Waking up to this beautiful sunrise was worth the drive out to Point Sturt Lookout. We had some fish and chips from Mr. Fillets in Malang before finding camp the night before. I'd definitely recommend the tucker. It was beautiful, but check their Facebook for when they're open. We arrived in the dark and went to bed as the wind was already rocking the bus. The morning was just beautiful though. I took the dogs for their morning walk, but the wind was just next level. There's plenty of bird life around. They were all waking up too. Point Sturt Lookout is on the west side of Lake Alexandrina, south of Malang, and at the east end of the Sturt Peninsula along 10 kilometres of gravel road. It is a free camping area with big grassed areas. It has no facilities, so you need to be self-sufficient. It's pet friendly, and if you manage to get a spot out of the wind, you're winning. There isn't a great deal to do or see here. It's just a nice secluded spot to spend relaxing or even throwing a line in if you can get down to the water's edge. It was way too windy for Cal to make her coffee at Point Sturt, so we headed into Malang for her to get one. Malang is the only town on the shores of the main lake and, although an important port in the mid-19th century, today it is quiet and considered a holiday resort town catering for anglers and people wanting peaceful and uninterrupted water activities. If you were staying in Malang for a bit longer, you could follow the wetlands walking trail down to the foreshore where you can see the 217-metre Malang jetty that still has the hand crane that was erected in 1859, 3 years after the jetty was built, which was used to load the boats that made their way up the Murray River. Or you can visit the Historic Railway Museum from the time when it was an important port for the Murray River trade. Take a walk along the historical walk where you'll see the Pier Hotel, the historic willow tree, the old butter factory, the post office and the police station. The brightly coloured holiday shacks along the foreshore are another attraction in Malang. We just had some brekkie and let the dogs have a run while we decided where we were heading to next. Yeah. We decided to travel around to the east side of the lake. Drove past the back of the historic Poltalic station, one of the most significant pastoral properties on Lake Alexandrina in the 1840s. And today it is on the register of the National Heritage Estate, although unfortunately you can no longer visit the station, only enjoy the history from what you read. Then we crossed the Narang ferry to the Narang Lakeside Reserve where we camp. This is a free camping area with access to bins, toilets, water and covered seating, and dogs are allowed but must remain on leads. The little jetty is the only access to the water where you can throw a line in and take in the beautiful view of the lake and Point Malcolm Lighthouse, also known as Mundu Light. This lighthouse is Australia's only inland light station and smallest lighthouse. It operated between 1878 and 1931 to mark the narrow passage between Lake Alexandrina and Lake Albert, and also served as a navigation aid for traffic on the lakes. You can visit the lighthouse via the walking track just up from the ferry on the opposite side to the camp area. The adjacent residence is private property, there's no entry into there. We didn't go across it, just viewed it from the jetty and using the drone. Only 5 kilometres further down the road from the ferry, you can visit the small Aboriginal community of Rawkin, where you can view the historical church and learn more about David Unapon's story, the inventor and author born at Rawkin, which are both featured on the $50 note. We didn't venture down there. We enjoyed the afternoon relaxing at the bus, being in each other's company, chatting, playing with the dogs and watching the many other caravanners coming in for the night. The next day we had a lazy morning, enjoying the sunshine, cooking a nice brekkie and listening to the birds on the water. When we did pack up, we headed back over the Narang ferry, around the lake, across the Wilmington ferry, through Malang and back to the farm.